just so you guys know as well, we're going live for this now, from now on. Okay, ACL Canada Nation, we are doing something we have not done all year, but this is the Nationals, so we will give these gentlemen some love and some here watching, for you watching here. Intermediate final 4 games in the intermediate division. Finally got the live feed court cleared out here after the celebration, after Bernie Portalessi takes down the pro division. So we're here with Tim Rhoden and Kyle Pitman. Tim wearing the black Octane jersey. Kyle in the blue shirt. We got 12 on 8. Kyle will get the lead. Wrong transition there. I will get the right one. Looks like we got probably need a camera change at some point there. We go 4-0 for Kyle. So I do know that camera does need an adjustment. Tim, his final bag is up and on. Looking like a Kyle picking up 1. So I'm guessing we probably won't get as high a numbers watching this here. People just probably coming in and before. So in the comments, people heard this is the intermediate division. Guys playing for the fun of it. I believe I have seen Tim at a couple of the Opens. Niagara Falls at least. Possibly Drummondville as well. Tim goes for the push. Doesn't get it. Kyle he's got his AAR bag is just sitting there in the hole. Got the hard push and just seven on 4 there. Make it now 8-0 for Kyle. So Bob, Bernie Portalesi won pro singles. Almost got double dipped by Brandon Brown. Brandon won the first game. Bernie won the second game. So it went Bernie Portalesi first place. Brandon Brown second place. Dion Kuza finishing third. Kyle here, his first bag. He's up and to the right side of the hole. Tim will follow him over that side. Kyle's in. Tim will push Kyle a little closer inside the hole. He'll be dripping in the hole. Kyle will sneak in that left side. Tim tries to do that same as well, and he'll miss to the left. Kyle put in behind. 8-on-3 right now. Tim will go up and board it. 8-on-4. Give him 4 more, and it's now 18-0 for Kyle. Kyle here now, first bag. He is up and in. Tim will follow him. Kyle will be just dripping in the hole. Again here, once we're done intermediate singles here, we will then take a longer break and be back 8 p.m. tonight with the pro teams final between Calgary and Montreal. Tim, just on the board for a washout at 8s. Tim will go up, tries to go up, and he comes back down. Kyle goes up. Airmail tries to go for the airmail, goes off the back. Tim will be up and on the board, 6-on-5. Give Tim 1. Kim, I won't be doing any lives for the big blind draw. Kyle's in with his second bag. Kyle will be sitting on the hole. Tim will just push everything through. Tim's off the back. Kyle in for the win. And he is, and that will do it. Kyle Pitman will take down Tim Rhoden. So that Kyle now will face Dan Trick coming up here. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back with some more of this year action here from the ACL Canada National Championships, Ottawa, Ontario, the EY Centre. Welcome back, ACL Canada Nation. We are here. Next matchup here, Dan Trick against Kyle Pitman. Winner here will go against Ludwig Dag for the final. You would have seen Ludwig on the juniors broadcast yesterday in the final. Playing against Mason Miller. Mason Miller won that one to win the juniors and a pro card. Seeing Kim Pohl in the Facebook chat. Kim, you just have to take a break and come back for the pro teams tonight. Is all you have to do. Looks like these guys are ready to go. Yeah, here we go. First bag by Kyle is up and to the right. Dan will go beside him. Kyle goes to the airmail, misses off the back. Dan will go into that pile and kick to the left. Kyle will close up that hole and Dan will just go in there. 4 on 3, give Dan 1. Score is 1-0 here for Dan, and Dan is in the Niagara Falls Cornhole Club shirt on the right side. Dan just has his bag kind of dripping on the right side of the hole. Kyle will push his and Dan's bag in. Dan will put a block up in the front again. Kyle will try to go up alongside. Looking a 8 on 4. Sorry, 8 on 6. Give Dan 2 more. Make it 3-0 now. Kyle will go in behind Dan's bag. Still off to the right, and Dan will kind of go right in behind there. Dan's bag falls. Kyle goes to go up for the airmail, but knocks Dan's bag in. Dan will try slick side down, but he just goes a little to the left of what he wanted because his bag had a lane to go there. And Kyle pushes right through. We're looking 8-8 wash. Dan's first bag is up and in. Kyle put a block up on Dan's side. Dan will go in behind it. Kyle will keep that train going. Dan kicks to the left. Kyle goes for the airmail, misses off the back. Dan will go up as well into that pile. Kyle goes for airmail one more time, misses off the back again. We have a 6 on 2. 7-0 now for Dan. Seeing Ludwig make his way to the court. So we'll be ready to go with the final right after. Dan will push into Kyle's back and just kick left. Kyle will push through and replace. Dan will go right through as well. Up, and it'll stay just on the edge of the hole. Looking 10 on the 8. Give him 2 and make the score now 7-2. Favor of Dan Trick. Kyle will go in behind his bag. Dan will flop on top. Kyle pushes down the pile as well. Dan will go stick side down, try to push through. I think if he would have been slick side down, would have had a chance. Kyle tries to block in behind. Dan slick side down again to push. Nothing falls. We'll wash that out at 4s. Kyle now. His bag, he is up and blocking the front side. Dan will push through. Kyle block back up again. Again, Dan will try and push through, stick side down. Won't happen. Kyle goes, rails it off the left. Dan will go off the right. Kyle will go in behind. Dan will wash that out at 5s. Kyle will stay with first bag. He's up and in. Dan will follow him. Kyle puts the block up in the front. Dan's off the back. Chance for Kyle to pick up some more points again. Kyle pushes it a little closer. Dan puts it a little closer. Kyle goes, one of Kyle's bags drops. Dan will just push into that pile. Looking like an 8 on 7. Kyle here, his first bag now. He's up and off the right side. Dan will put a block up in the front. Kyle will go in behind him. Dan will hop over and in the hole. Kyle will do the same. Dan's in again. Dan just falls short. It's an 8 on 7. Yes, it is. 8-3 the score now. Dan will put a block up in the front. Kyle will kick off to the left. Dan will fly by that right side of the hole, staying though. Kyle will go up near the hole. Dan, stick side down, will knock those two bags in. And Kyle will kick to the left. Dan off the right side. Kyle can pick up some points here. He goes on and in, gets around that bag. Big shot. Looking like an 8 on 5. Give Kyle 3. And it's now 8-6. So 8-7 now the score. Kyle puts a block up in the front. Dan will go into it. Kyle will land in dead center of that maple leaf and just stick. Dan will try and roll over top of all those bags. Kyle goes for the airmail, just misses. Dan almost knocks his bag in. Kyle goes up and he'll board it. 3-3 wash at the moment. 5 on 3, give Dan 2 more. And it's now 10-7. Win this game here, we'll play against Ludwig Daig. They'll have to double dip Ludwig. Kyle's up and put a block up in the front. Dan will go into it, kick left a bit. Can still grab that bag if he wants. Kyle with the airmail over top. Dan slick side down, pushes in that pile, pushes Kyle's bag off to the right a bit. Kyle will go right in behind. Dan tries to push through it, but misses on the left side. Has a bag just sitting in the hole now. Kyle goes to airmail, sky high airmail, misses off the back. Dan will try for the same thing, and his bags will not fall. 5 on 4. Give Kyle 1, and we're now, 10-8 score here now. Scores one up, not refreshing here. I will manually do that. Get that going again. Kyle will go into that pile. Dan's off the back, give Kyle 1 more, and it's now 11-8. Kyle's first bag is a block up in the front. Dan will go around it and kind of hang on that right side of the hole. Kyle will go into it. Kyle will jump into that pile. Dan will go just in behind. It's like nothing has fallen yet. And we'll wash that out again. Again, this is intermediate action, if you're wondering. I'll put a block up in the front. Dan will kick off to the left. Kyle just misses left. Dan's off the back. Kyle will go stick side down and stick side down and just push into that pile. Dan will knock one of Kyle's bags in. Kyle put his bag just in behind. Sitting 6-on-2 at the moment. Dan wants to go have a look. Kyle's saying there was like that much hole there. He wanted to go for the airmail. Comes Dan staying stick side down. That carpet bag. He wants to go up. No, just misses. Trampoline's off the back. 6-on-2. Give Kyle 4. Make that now 15-8. Kim, Eric just missed being out on the broadcast here. He lost the game to make it to broadcast. Tim Rhoden beat him, and then Kyle Pitman defeated Tim last game. Dan misses off to the right. But then Kyle knocks one of Dan's bags in, sitting at 6-on-4 at the moment. And it will stay 6-on-4, give Kyle 2 more, and it's now 17-8. Kyle will be up and sit in that maple leaf. Dan will go right into it. Kyle tries to slide through. Kyle flips the bag over to go slick side down. Pushes, almost gets it in. Dan will try and go in behind. Kyle slick side down again. Hard push, but nothing's moving that pile. And Dan will go in to wash it out at 4s. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see Eric on the broadcast here. Kyle's first bag is up and in Dan's lane. Dan will push into Kyle's bag and then kick left. Kyle just misses the hole. It goes off the back. Dan will do almost the same thing. Kyle roll shot, intermediate division roll shot. Dan will kick to the right. Kyle now slick side down. Push will drop one bag, sitting 7-on-3 at the moment. And go in for 9-on-6. Give Kyle 3 more, and it's now 20-8. Kyle here, first bag. Winner here will play against Ludwig Daig. Ludwig is here waiting to get on the court. Got his MX jersey on today, ready to go. Dan almost pushes Kyle's bag in. Kyle will be on. Dan goes slick side to push. Almost. Kyle's bag is almost in there. Oh, but Kyle will knock one of his bags off. Sitting 3-on-3 at the moment. Dan will go on and get first bag back. So Dan will have first bag for the remainder of the game with the score 20-9. Dan here, his first bag. He's dripping on that left side of the hole. Kyle will collect everything. Dan will go in. Kyle's up and in. Dan dripping on that hole. Kyle goes in. Dan's in. Didn't want to jinx it, but we have an intermediate social here from Dan Trick and Kyle Petering. I think the crowd was almost louder for that than they were for some of the pro stuff. Score here 20-9. Dan Trick, first bag is up in a block in the front. Kyle step out, step in, does a little two-step. Go up side by each with those bags now. Dan will push through. Kyle will go up in behind that. Kyle goes up, misses the airmail off the back. Ludwig Diggs wanting him to go up. And he hits it. Sorry, you did not see that there. Unfortunately, oh, Kyle just misses it. (20-13) now the score. Favor of Kyle Petering. Sorry, Peterman. Pitman. Sorry, I'm horrible right now. Apologies to Kyle. Dan goes off to the left. Kyle will go middle. Dan will push through. Or push into it. Kyle goes up, airmail off the back. Dan tries to roll over top, but it comes right back in place. Kyle tries to airmail again and misses. Dan will just roll, put his bag in. Sitting a 4-on-1 at the moment. Kyle goes up and he's off the back. Give him 3, and it's now 20-16 for Kyle Pitman. When Dan goes short, this could be the break that Kyle needs. Kyle put his bag on. Dan is on. Kyle is in. Sitting a 7-on-2 right now. 7-on-3, and that will do it. Kyle Pitman doesn't even need to throw it. He'll just put it on. Kyle Pitman will advance to play Ludwig Dig, and we've got some action in the crowd. So we will take a 2-second break. We're just going to go put it on the full court view here. And we'll be back in just a second here with the intermediate final between Ludwig Dig and Kyle Pitman. Kyle will have to double dip Ludwig. Be back in just a couple seconds. Welcome back, chat. Here we have our final games of our bonus coverage here. Intermediate final. We have Ludwig Daeg in the king seat, needing to be double dipped by Kyle Pitman, as you can see there, and one in down and backs. We've watched Kyle here for 2 games here now. He's probably used to the live feed court here now, but got to see Ludwig yesterday in the junior final. This kid can throw. So we will see how this here goes, but good luck to both of these competitors. Kyle first back, up in the middle. Ludwig could be up and off to the left. So again, this is the intermediate final. Ludwig has to be double dipped. Then we'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Big bag by Ludwig there. Kyle will go in. It goes for the airmail, just misses it. A little short. 8 on 4, give Ludwig 4. Out to an early 4-0 lead. But I'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, with the ACL Canada Pro Teams Final. Montreal versus Calgary. Both teams having their lineups very tightly that no one will get to know what they are. So for anyone who's watching on the American side here, we've got New Zealand watching on the YouTube side. That is absolutely fantastic. So come back in just a little under 3 hours. We'll have our ACL Canada Pro Teams. So what that is, best 2 out of 3. We play 2 doubles games and a singles game. Okay, so we have teams of 8 here. So they have 2 players sit out each game. We'll play games at each of the opens. We'll now come down to the final. Calgary and Montreal tonight, 8 p.m. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we don't go over. We can't go over because coming right into Spencer's broadcast on the YouTube side. Ludwig puts his bag right front side of the hole, his side. He is up 8-0 here on Kyle. Ludwig will collect. Kyle will go in. Ludwig puts that block up in front again. Kyle will go in behind, but leaves Ludwig's bag exposed. Slick side down, push, and he collects everything. Kyle tries to go another, give Ludwig 4 more, and it's now 12-0 for Ludwig. Kyle just scratched his head as he walked by me here. Seeing just off to Ludwig's left, your right of the screen there, just to the right of the ACL logo down there, Guillaume Tremblay sitting watching this game. Ludwig could put a block up in the front. Kyle goes beside it. Kyle goes, and he'll just kind of put one up in the front. I'm guessing Ludwig is going to go slick side down and push through, and does. Kyle here is up, and 12 on 6. Make it now 18. I can hear Kyle talking to him, and really no disrespect to Kyle. He's like, this is ridiculous. So if anyone's wanting a PPR check, so this is an intermediate. Ludwig throwing a 9-5 to Kyle's 5 here. over 4 rounds here. Kyle replaced his bag, put it in. Great shot by Kyle. Ludwig put Kyle's bag in. Kyle's up and he'll be on the right. Ludwig is and drags his bag in. Kyle's up and in, wash out at 10s. Ludwig now here, his first bag. He is up and put a block up in the front. Kyle will go in behind him. Ludwig will try and go over the top, but just doesn't make it. Kyle goes for the airmail over top. Ludwig just misses that. He's off the back, and Kyle will just another airmail from Kyle. And Ludwig will just push through, but nothing will fall. Kyle goes up, he's off the back, but give it 7-on-4. Give Kyle 4 points. Kyle's, I'm on the board. (18-4) here the score. We'll refresh that scoreboard. Ludwig with the airmail. Kyle with the airmail. Ludwig just misses. Kyle goes up and he'll hit another clean airmail. And Ludwig could just go off to the side. (18-9) the score now. So Kyle has to double dip Ludwig. Kyle here now, first bag. Kyle's up and put a block up in the front. His side of the hole. He should be able to grab that. Ludwig is in. Kyle's off the back. Ludwig is up and put the one in the front. Kyle Luke is up and he'll put one in and off the back. That gives him 2 points. We are now at 20-9 for Ludwig here in the intermediate final. I think Kyle is like every person right now who's watched any of the Gores, the Alex Hicks, the Ryan Traders, the Ian Cripps, getting our butts handed to us by these kids. I know myself, my first ACL Worlds, I had that happen to me with Luke Johnson from Florida. Ludwig will go in. Kyle needs to go in. And he does. He collects it. 10, launch out at 10s, and continue on. Ludwig could go and put his bag on hanging on the front side of the hole. Ludwig will go in behind. Calls in for the win, and that'll do it. Ludwig Daig will take down the intermediate division. Congrats to him. We've seen him yesterday on the live feed here with the juniors. He came just one game short of getting a pro card. We'll look at final PPRs for this year. 8.83 for Ludwig Daig and a 7.11 for Kyle Pitman. So congrats to Lucas. 25-9, he takes down the intermediate division. We'll be back here in just about 2.5 hours time, 8 p.m. Eastern time for the final of the ACL Canada Pro Teams event. Montreal and Toronto. See you then.